Hi everybody! Welcome back to Prison Architects. We just had 2 Escapes edition. Not super thrilled about that whole thing. But hopefully a workman will figure out what's going on with this foundation here and fill it in, and then we'll see where the culprits were. I literally just removed 2 wooden tools from our prison. My hope was that that would sort out the issue. You know, they wouldn't be able to escape, but apparently, might still be one that I missed. That's okay, though. You know, we're losing out on a lot of money, but it's kind of par for the course, you know, you kind of... Oh, no kidding. Yeah, it's not like I told you to fill that in ages ago or anything like that. We're gonna have some more escapees today, which honestly doesn't really matter to me that much at this point. We're losing like $100 a day from those escapees, but it's really like the $5,000 bonus that we missed out on that I think is substantially worse. So our foundation should be done, but it might not be able to get finished because we need to fill this in. Please tell me there's not some kind of Contraband glitch where I can't remove this tunnel because it was in like the process of being founded or something like that. Where are you going? Where are you going? This is not the right way. No, don't worry about taking the trash out of here. Taking the trash out of here is non-essential. What is essential is filling in this tunnel as soon as possible. Oh, this is real bad. I don't like having open tunnels here. Just do it. I know you got other, like, bigger fish to fry now. Such an inefficient workforce. There we go. Oh, well, what are you doing, man? Oh, there's, like, one spot to fill in over here. Okay. But there's still, like, a big hole in our foundation that I would very much like to get sorted out if it's at all possible. Don't install the lights yet. Well, at least they can't escape here. They'll just tunnel out into the rest of the prison, but that's still pretty freaking frustrating. And now they can't even get in over here, so they're very confused. Okay, well, at least the forestry door, we can dismantle that. Well, we need to put another fence back in. Materials. I know we have prisoners arriving very soon. That should handle it eventually. Okay, before... I really want that to get filled in, but first we're going to have 11 prisoners arriving. We need to sort them. I think we lost a bunch of normal security, which is fine. Nothing. Quick. Nothing. Dan Brutal Willis. Although an alcoholic and in prison for DUI, he is kind and caring. He is scared of prison and there's people in it, but strives to advance and improve himself. He keeps his head down and does not get into trouble. That is a very touching biography in a prison full of people who, like, hacked the CIA to get money to buy extra copies of Minecraft. You got an instigator. I don't like it. No special bios, though. That's, that was 11, I think. So, yeah, I don't think we have any more prisoners to sort. I'm fine with them all being in normal. I don't love when we get instigators in normal. You're doing it. You're not doing it. Starting to think that perhaps we have, indeed, like, broken the game here. How many times have you failed to remove this tunnel? All you need to do is get, like, some freaking concrete and then plaster over it, and then we see where the hole in our prison is. That's not so bad, honestly. That could have been worse. So these cells are not going to be functional. Good that we know those, so we, you know, don't have prisoners getting, put in those cells. It's going to take a little while to fill these in, but that's okay. In the meantime, let's handle our clone tool here. Also, because we're allowing so many more prisoners in, I think we should hire, like, maybe 5 more guards. It's an extra $500 a day, but if it alleviates some of the concerns that we're having with, you know, prisoners, then it's all worth it as long as we, again, if it helps us not have an incident, it pays for itself very, very quickly. Alright, let's talk about clone tool here. So, with our clone tool... we're going to start, and we'll take the right wall here. But we want to have a hallway coming, like, across like this. Okay. So I actually think I'm going to pause for a second just to make sure that I got this right. And we'll make sure that we queue up demolish here. Demolish here. Demolish here, even though it might break our camera. And then we'll get this sorted out. So we want to have one hallway. Do we want, like, no, we don't want a solid wall. I don't know why I'm having such a brain fart here. We're going to take bottom wall, but not top wall. And we'll take right wall. And we want bottom, but not top. So it'll go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this totally works. And we'll do the same thing over here. We might not do all of our cells right now. We want bottom wall, but not top wall. We want both sides. And this is going to do, yeah, we'll do the right wall. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And additionally, I think we should maybe just install like a bunch of doors over here. My hope with these doors is that, oh, I've bunged this up something fierce now, is that it'll make it easier to get into the yard. And if it's easier to get into the yard, then hopefully we don't get so many prisoners just kind of getting caught up there. Also, because we are expanding here, we need to make sure that our deployments are handled appropriately, which as of right now, I think that it's pretty much proper. Although we'll have to get rid of this staff door, and then that will probably require us to do our deployments all over again. And it'll take forever for these cells to actually get built, but that's fine. Because we're not even close to our maximum capacity on a normal side. We completed a grant. That must have been our bed completion, which I'm extremely happy with. Apart from that, our long-term investments are our short and long-term investments are gonna mature pretty soon, which is awesome. We didn't make a ton of money on them, but that'll give us 32,000, which is sweet. And if I'm not mistaken, our valuation should be way up now. Never mind. We did have 4 escapes, but when those escapes get taken off the books, it will have gone up. We'll be at 720,000, and we get another like 500 bucks per capacity. That's not that much, actually. Yeah, that could be better. But that will be worth like another, well, by the time we fill this out, maybe like another 30,000 or even more. Because these are 9, 18, 27. This block alone is 27 more prisoners. So that's like $13,500. And we're pretty much going to triple that. So we'll be at like 40 grand extra valuation from that. I think it's an inevitability that our prison will eventually hit that $1 million valuation. I would be surprised if it didn't. So these extra doors here are installed primarily to give easier access to the yard, as mentioned. We haven't really had any risk of riot or anything like that, just escapes. And all the needs are pretty much being taken care of. Starting to think, like, remember when I built this common room? I was like, this is the biggest common room. Well, I mean, there are like 20 pool tables in it and a staggering amount of TVs, but I'm starting to think that maybe it's even a little bit too small. I might be wrong about that. Why are you not done? Failed because there's no I was going to say, what are you talking about? No toilet. There's quite clearly a toilet there. 11 staff members are exhausted. So our next wing probably should have a bigger staff room. And if we're going to build a bigger, I mean, but I don't know if that's actually how staff rooms work. Like if the size of the room is indicative of how many people can rest in it. Because if we were going to build a bigger staff room, say like just above our yard, we could do it and then just blow out this wall and make our visitation room a lot bigger. Also, there's supposed to be a dog in our visitation room. Always. I'm not sure if this means we need more handlers or we need more kennels. I'm gonna guess that we need more handlers. We have 6, and 3 of them aren't doing anything. Maybe we need more kennels then, fair enough. Dog kennel. There we go. Crate, sorry. Not kennel. I sort of don't know how to place these. Sometimes the icons I find a little ambiguous. That's okay, though. So our valuation is going to continue to rise here. We're going to be at 730,000. Much more once these walls actually get built and they recognize that these are indeed proper cells. We do need, or maybe this is a... Nah, disregard that. I'm an idiot. I'm watching it go up right now. I was like, maybe that's the maximum. Yeah, once these escapes get taken off the books, that'll take us very, very close to 1 million. Well, 73% of the way, but hey, that's way better than we've been doing in the past. This kitchen's getting a little absurd. There's ingredients Everywhere. Like a staggering amount of ingredients everywhere. It's a goddamn mess. But it seems to mostly be handling itself, so I don't really mind that it doesn't look pretty as long as it gets the job done. Where you going? Where you going? Oh, they're workmen. I was like, the workmen in the protective custody had like the same color shirt, so I was a little confused. Yeah, that's what I was worried about earlier. So let's talk about guard patrols, because we are going to need some up here. One coming down this way. And it's going to be like there, and there. There. And there. Okay, so we'll put like 2 or 3 guards up here to handle this cell block, which should allow, if nothing else, more efficient use of our workmen, because they'll actually be able to get their doors opened up in time. Okie dokie. We're going to actually cross over 200 capacity tomorrow. Well, in 8 hours, which is pretty amazing, considering that before I even started the series, like the highest capacity I'd ever had was like 30. So I'm feeling pretty spectacular in that respect. And the prison, apart from escapes, which they're not impossible to prevent, but I do think it's very difficult to prevent escapes. If you ignore those, like, this prison is going relatively well. We're having very few riots, and there's a ton, well, very few incidents, I should say, because riots are something different. But there's a ton of, like, impetus for those to happen in Alpha 25. So I feel like I'm starting to get a real handle on, not necessarily advanced level strategy, but, like, above intermediate level strategy. The problem, the reason I'm not expanding our maximum security area, by the way, is because I, in order to do it, need to buy more land. Land's kind of expensive. So we're going to set up yet another bigger cell block here. Of course, each one of these is going to be very pricey. I can barely see what's happening on the screen because every time we buy something, there's like 7 things that pop up and the list just keeps growing. Every time we do that, it's about 15,000 bucks. Which is not so bad, all things considered. We're about to earn another 16 just well, not randomly, but from our short-term investment, which is pretty sweet. We're 4-ish days away from getting another 16,000. And I'm just desperately waiting for those escapes to come off the books. Hey, they did! So we're at 750,000 right now. 740, I guess, because I don't know why our valuation went down, but I did complete a grant, so hey. We got cash and lost valuation somehow. It's like a double kick in the pants. Unless I have it completely backwards and that's exactly the way that it's supposed to work out and I shouldn't feel bad about it. In the meantime, these cells are going up real quick. We have, I don't think during free time you should necessarily be at the outside fences. Like, that scares me a little bit. Overstepping your bounds to an extent that I'm not necessarily comfortable with. Now, have we released any prisoners recently? Not for maximum security. What about our grade? 29% reoffending. It's actually getting worse. That's not great. Probably could be worse. This is scary because we have not had new prisoners come in, but people are mad. But they're mad because they haven't showered yet. Is it a 2-hour shower block in the morning? It's only 1 hour. Many prisoners won't even be able to get into the showers within 1 hour. What did we have? Some kind of, like, fight over here. We're just lucky nobody died, honestly. There was an incident, though. How do you guys feel from a hygiene standpoint? It could be better. There's so much free time during the day, though, that I'm loath to give them more individual shower time. Oh, okay, ex-law enforcement. Sean P. Diddy Combs, you're going to enter protective custody immediately. I really thought Tom Botflower would be a custom bio. Oh, okay. Brad Chunky Pedo Burgess. A full-on pedo raised by bears. Wow, I'm just not going to read that. That is crude. Adam Cates. Paul Hughes, Gareth Sadler, tough and quick, but that's not going to make him maximum security. Paul Antoine Papadopoulou Boutte. P.A. Boutte was a PhD student in Clermont-Ferrand. convicted of slaughtering his supervisors on a night of 2013. Following a disagreement on corrections made to his final manuscript, he killed them with an electromagnetic bazooka provided by Lasmia. L-A-S-M-E-A. I don't know what that is. You seem like a violent dude, but, you know, there's no electromagnetic bazookas in here, so I think maybe you'll be fine. Rohan Roju Williams, we've had this before. You already served in our prison. Bastian the Bass Fleerkat. When opening a champagne bottle on a boat, a freak accident with the cork killed 12 people. The Bass himself denies everything. Might be the base. But the police has found some sharp objects within the cork that don't belong there. Ingenious fellow, this one. Alright. Well, I'm not too concerned about this. We have crossed 200 prisoners. I think that deserves a round of applause. Not necessarily for me, but just in general. That's a milestone. I feel good about it. And just to kind of continue our march towards our $1 million prison here, I'm going to set down the next cell block. Like so. You know what might be, like, the easiest way to lower our, kind of risk of incidents? Oh, we can't even do it. I was gonna say, like, just blow out this wall, and then, well, we can do it, we just can't do it easily. Just blow out this wall, and then, make, like, the hallways that are main thoroughfares 2 tiles wide. Definitely, when the next alpha comes out, or when we end up resetting this prison for the next time, I will, have a, 2 tile wide setup for hallways. Maybe even more. Because 1 tile wide, you think that's the most efficient way to handle space. And from a land purchasing perspective, it is. But people end up so congested that they fight. So to have a 2 or 3 tile wide system, especially for main hallways, is something that would be much smarter for us to actually do. But our prison is running efficiently. The problem is I'm spending all of our money on... Okay, why are these cells not technically cell? Because this... Oh my god. Please tell me you can actually get in there and do that. I don't know if they can actually fit in there. This one should be done, though. Failed because it doesn't have a toilet? Come on now. I think it's taken the game's logic a second to figure out, yeah. I mean, it's going to start to get kind of, you know, chunky here. As a result of the fact that we've got a big prison going on. This job has not been failed yet, just because our workmen are busy. This is fine. Valuation, 750,000. It's gone back up. Yeah, the thing is, we are spending like almost all of our money on expansion, so that's a good thing because it raises our valuation. But look at like how slow they are getting through here because there's 3 people in the hallway. It's embarrassing, man. That's definitely the next thing we're gonna sort out. But yes, we're a little bit financially, we're cash strapped. Let's put it that way. But as soon as we decide to cash out, no problems. I don't know if you can actually do this. You might need to blow up this wall first. Once you blow up that wall, it should be super easy, though. It's going to take us a little while to actually get that plan in motion. For now, like, look at this. This is where our bottleneck is. Especially at free time, it takes prisoners like 55 minutes here just to get out of the cafeteria. In my defense, there are multiple doors that you should be using to actually exit the cafeteria. In the prisoner's defense, an architect should probably understand that a main thoroughfare should be a little bit wider than this in order to allow people to actually get where they want to go in an efficient amount of time. But, despite our inefficiencies, our prison is running very well. Hygiene is our major concern. Right now, at least. Which... I mean, I think the reason the hygiene hasn't bit us in the butt too much is because we have so much free time. So people who are not working or people who have already accomplished their work are just going to go shower and then they'll sort it out. But it's probably not the ideal way to do things. You know what? Cancel this job. Until you build that one here, you're not going to build the other brick wall either. I think buying up all these workmen was actually a very smart idea. It is working out for us thus far. Seems like things are getting built a little faster. The faster they get built, the faster we're able to make money off them. Oh, something's going down. I'm gonna guess right here. No deaths. Ah! Well, we weren't that, you know, close to our previous bonus anyway. Now we have 20 prisoners in maximum security. Oh, that's an issue. I don't want to build a brand new prison just for maximum security. So I'm going to have to buy that land. Maybe this will be the end of this expansion up here, even though it is super easy to have done it. So we need to take 4 prisoners out of maximum security. We can go to Contraband informants quickly and learn something. You have nothing special about you in a bad way. So you're going to go back to normal security. Excuse me. Contraband informants. You were a strong snitch who was also ex-law enforcement. Why didn't anybody tell me this? No wonder we had a riot there. That isn't due to our hallways. That's just due to me being a bit of an idiot. You're going to be normal security. You're going to be normal security. We got to move one more if we're going to make this work. Well, you know what? One of the people that's up here that's going to be going to maximum, you're stoical. That's not that big of a deal. I'm just going to put you back in normal. All right. I mean, that sucks, but at the same time, what can you do, right? I guess we could have had our CIs look at it a little bit more closely. Speaking of which, let's get our CIs coming in here. I hope the game doesn't necessarily need to be tilted in the architect's favor right now, even though Alpha 25 did make it so that the prisoners are much more volatile. I would like to see in Alpha 26, though, maybe confidential informants can show you where tunnels are. I mean, if there's wooden pickaxes, I guess you would just assume that there's tunnels there. Oh, you know what? Hey, here's a way that we can make our prisons slightly more efficient. I didn't realize that we had that wall built there. Alright, informants are here. Contraband informants. What the heck is that? We gotta search that. The rarer it is, the more dangerous I consider it. We gotta search that. Please tell me you're not marked for death. And do we have any ex-law enforcement in here? There's a lot of text. Difficult to see, but I don't see ex-law enforcement. Oh. Yes, I do. Strong snitch ex-law enforcement marked for death. You'll be on protective custody now. Everybody in protective custody up here is marked for death as well. Is anybody else marked for death? No. Alright, so honestly, we probably just prevented another death. Unless this guy's due for release already. Oh, never mind, he's dead. Alright. Well, that explains it. What did we... Okay, so what was that? I guess we'll never know. There's a spring. I don't know what the spring is. Well, at least we know that everybody that's in protective custody, like, deserves to be in protective custody. No riots here. No riots. Why do you all take that path? There's like a... Just take the long way around, man. It's not that big of a deal. Do we have any exports that need to be sold before I end this episode? I mean, we might as well sell this stuff. I don't know why we're not getting any logs. I guess, like, these trees haven't come to maturation yet, which is fine, but I thought that it went a little faster than that. Anyway. Should still make... Oh my god, we got another incident. Where is it? Oh, it was up here. Please tell me it's not in protective custody. It was in protective freaking custody? What is wrong with you? All you have to do is not be the biggest idiot of all time and you'll live. I don't know what's up with this cell tool looking so big, but that's okay. I think I just sold a carpenter's table, or a regular table by accident. So made a decent amount of money there. Let's just let some time tick by. Only 8 prisoners arriving tomorrow, which is not so bad. Oh. What's going... Oh my god, it's a full-on freaking riot. What are you mad about? Well, nobody died. I'm still not thrilled with the situation. I'm assuming our guards will come up here to the infirmary pretty soon. The ones that need attention anyway. Oh my god, this thing's... It's kicking off. What about programs? Foundation, 11 passed. Starting to get there. Carpentry, 1 passed, 10 finished. That's so sad. Well, we should probably do like, guard taser certification, or maybe alcoholics group therapy, or maybe both. Led by a psychologist in a common room. Why not, right? And let's do taser certification as well, even though I think it's going to be very expensive, because we're going to have to buy tasers for all these guards. But in any case, that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.